In the dazzling world where country music meets Hollywood glamour, even the strongest love stories can hide unexpected twists. Fans everywhere are in shock after whispers surfaced that Blake Shelton, the country superstar and devoted husband to pop icon Gwen Stefani, may have secretly reached out to his ex-wife, Miranda Lambert. According to insiders close to the situation, Blake allegedly drafted a message inviting Miranda to a private dinner, a message Gwen reportedly stumbled upon on his phone. What was meant to stay unseen has now ignited a storm of speculation, leaving fans wondering if Blake's past may be creeping back into his present. For years, Blake and Gwen have been seen as the perfect couple, two stars from opposite music worlds who found love in each other's arms after heartbreak. Their love story seemed untouchable, a fairy tale built on laughter, music, and trust. But this alleged discovery has cast a long shadow over that image, stirring up questions about loyalty, nostalgia, and the ghosts of old love that refuse to fade away. And now, as the rumor spreads through Nashville and Hollywood alike, fans can't help but ask, was it an innocent message, or something far more emotional? For years, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani have been the definition of a modern-day love story. When they tied the knot in July 2021, fans called it a fairy tale union. Two stars from completely different musical worlds finding comfort in one another's arms. Blake, the laid-back country singer from Oklahoma, and Gwen, the stylish pop queen from California, seemed like an unlikely match that somehow made perfect sense. Their romance began on the set of The Voice, where shared heartbreak brought them closer. Both had gone through painful divorces, Blake from Miranda Lambert and Gwen from Gavin Rossdale. Together they built something new, something the world admired. Their chemistry was undeniable. Interviews, joint performances, and public appearances showed a couple deeply in sync, grounded by mutual respect and love. But behind every picture-perfect smile lies the complexity of real life. Fans had always wondered how Gwen truly fit into Blake's country world, especially when his past with Miranda Lambert still lingered in the memories of millions. Now, with the rumor of a secret dinner invitation surfacing, that perfect image seems to be cracking. What was once celebrated as a union of two worlds now finds itself under intense scrutiny. The public that once cheered for their happiness is now asking a painful question. Was this love story as unshakable as it seemed, or was it only a matter of time before old emotions came knocking? Because in the world of fame and music, the past rarely stays buried for long. And this time it may have found its way back into Blake Shelton's phone. It all began with a single message, one that was never meant to be seen. Sources close to the couple claim that Gwen Stefani stumbled upon a private draft or unsent text on Blake Shelton's phone, and what she found left her shaken. According to the whispers coming from Nashville insiders, the message appeared to be addressed to none other than Miranda Lambert, Blake's ex-wife and former country music partner. The text, though short and simple, carried enough emotion to stir old wounds. It reportedly read something along the lines of, "It's been a long time. Maybe we should catch up over dinner, just the two of us." It wasn't sent, at least not according to what Gwen saw, but sometimes it's not the action itself, it's the intent that hurts the most. Why was Blake writing to Miranda? And why did he never mention it? Those questions instantly turned what could have been a harmless draft into a potential emotional landmine. Some insiders believe Blake never meant to send the message and simply drafted it in a moment of nostalgia. Others suggest he might have been planning to reach out for a personal or even professional reason, perhaps a song idea, a collaboration or closure on unresolved feelings. Still, what caught Gwen's attention wasn't the content alone. It was the secrecy. A hidden message tucked away on her husband's phone, inviting the woman who once held his heart to dinner. To Gwen, it felt like more than coincidence. It felt like a sign that the past she thought they'd left behind might still have a heartbeat. When Gwen reportedly confronted Blake, he tried to explain that it was innocent, insisting there was nothing romantic behind it. But words can only do so much when trust has already been shaken. And for Gwen Stefani, a woman who's already lived through betrayal once before, that single message wasn't just a harmless draft. It was the spark that reignited old fears she thought she'd buried forever. When Gwen Stefani reportedly found the message, time seemed to freeze. For a few moments she didn't move, didn't speak, just stared at the screen, her mind racing. According to a source close to the couple, she was completely blindsided. This wasn't just about a dinner invitation. It was about what that dinner represented. At first, she was silent. Those who know Gwen describe her as calm and composed in public, but behind closed doors, she's deeply emotional and sensitive. After a few quiet minutes, the shock turned into a flood of hurt and disbelief. How could the man she trusted, the one who once helped her rebuild after heartbreak, keep something like this from her? The tears came next. One insider claimed Gwen's first words were barely a whisper. Why would he want to see her? It wasn't anger at first, it was fear. Fear that history might be repeating itself. Fear that her love, her trust, her peace might be built on a fragile foundation. Her confrontation with Blake, as reported by those close to them, was emotional but restrained. Gwen didn't shout. She asked questions, calm but trembling. Blake allegedly reassured her that it meant nothing, that he never sent the message, and that he only wanted to reconnect with Miranda as a friend, perhaps to clear the air or discuss mutual connections in the music industry. But Gwen wasn't entirely convinced. To her, secrecy was the problem. She's been through this kind of pain before, years ago when she discovered hidden messages that revealed the collapse of her first marriage. That memory still lingers, like a scar that never completely healed. Friends say Gwen tried to stay strong, appearing fine in public, smiling for cameras, and performing like nothing was wrong. But those who truly know her noticed a change. Quieter moments, distant stares, a sadness behind the sparkle. Because for Gwen Stefani, this wasn't just a text on a phone. It was a reminder that even in the happiest marriages, trust can shatter in an instant. To truly grasp why this story has captured so much attention, we need to revisit Blake Shelton's past with Miranda Lambert. They weren't just a couple. They were the power couple of country music. Their marriage from 2011 to 2015 dominated the charts and red carpets, blending love, music, and media attention in a way few couples ever experienced. Together, they wrote hit songs, performed duets, and became icons in the Nashville scene. But behind the glittering facade, their relationship was complicated. Rumors of jealousy, career conflicts, and emotional tension often swirled in tabloids. Blake's rumored closeness with other women, combined with Miranda's demanding tour schedule, created cracks in their marriage that the public never fully saw, until the divorce announcement in 2015 shocked fans. That same year, Blake met Gwen Stefani, and what started as shared heartbreak blossomed into a new romance. Gwen, having just emerged from her own painful divorce with Gavin Rossdale, became the person Blake leaned on, and eventually, his new partner in life and love. Yet for all the joy Gwen brought him, the shadow of Miranda never fully disappeared. She was his first high-profile love, the one the public adored as a couple, and the emotional connection they shared left lingering questions that time alone could not erase. Now, with this alleged message inviting Miranda to dinner, those old scars might be reopening. Fans can't help but wonder, is Blake simply reconnecting as friends, or has the past found a way back into his life? Because sometimes, the strongest love stories don't end when the marriage does. They leave echoes that can reach into the present. No matter how much time has passed, the big question on everyone's mind is simple. Why would Blake Shelton suddenly reach out to Miranda Lambert now? The timing has fueled endless speculation online, with fans and insiders offering theories that range from the innocent to the emotional, and all of them keep the drama alive. One of the most common ideas is nostalgia. Some believe Blake may simply be feeling sentimental about his past, reflecting on a chapter of his life that was filled with both love and heartbreak. After all, Miranda remains a prominent figure in country music, and their shared history is impossible to ignore. Another possibility is unfinished business. Their divorce was abrupt and highly publicized, leaving many fans convinced they never truly had closure. Their private meeting, even just for dinner, could have been Blake's way of tying up loose ends. For friendship, reflection, or understanding past conflicts. Some fans have even floated the idea of a musical collaboration. Blake hasn't released a major solo album in a while, and Miranda continues to dominate the charts. Their secret dinner could have been a professional discussion, a way to brainstorm or reconnect creatively without fanfare. And of course, the boldest speculation revolves around hidden feelings. Could Blake still harbor lingering emotions for Miranda? While no one can confirm this, the mere suggestion fuels a whirlwind of online debate. Fans dissect every gesture, every word, and every social media post for hidden clues. Throughout it all, it's crucial to remember that none of these theories are confirmed. They are rumors, speculation, and interpretation, amplified by the internet's love of drama. Yet the timing, secrecy, and emotional stakes make it impossible not to wonder. Was this dinner about closure, collaboration, or something far more personal? For Gwen Stefani, whatever the reason, the uncertainty is the hardest part. For Gwen Stefani, this isn't just about a text or a potential dinner. It's about the fear of losing Blake to the past. Her own history makes this moment particularly painful. During her marriage to Gavin Rossdale, she experienced betrayal that left emotional scars. She knows firsthand how devastating it feels when hidden messages and secret communications shatter trust. Finding Blake's alleged message to Miranda triggered all of those old anxieties. Suddenly, the pain of the past seemed to collide with her present happiness. Gwen has always trusted Blake and believed their marriage was built on honesty and mutual respect. But this discovery introduced doubt where there was once certainty. Friends close to Gwen reportedly say she has been unusually quiet in public appearances. Where she normally shines with confidence and charm, she now seems distant, even tearful at times. The sparkle that fans associate with Gwen Stefani appears dimmed, replaced by worry and contemplation. Blake, meanwhile, is said to be trying to act normally, but those familiar with him note a change. He has been restless, frequently on his phone and avoiding long conversations, perhaps aware of the storm brewing around a message that may or may not mean anything. The weight of history is heavy. Gwen isn't just processing a dinner invitation. She's confronting the possibility that unresolved feelings from Blake's past could threaten the life they've built together. Sometimes the ghosts of love don't stay buried, and the past has a way of knocking on the door when you least expect it. While Gwen is grappling with fear and Blake is defending himself, Miranda Lambert has remained strikingly silent. She hasn't publicly addressed the rumored dinner invitation, leaving fans and the media to speculate endlessly. But sometimes silence speaks louder than words. Miranda's social media activity has been minimal but cryptic. She's shared quotes about moving forward, leaving the past behind and embracing new chapters. Posts that fans immediately tied to Blake's alleged message. Some believe these are subtle hints that she chose to ignore the invitation, maintaining distance to avoid stirring drama. Others speculate she may have noticed the ripple of tension it caused and is silently observing how events unfold. Her quiet approach has only fueled fan debate. Miranda's supporters suggest she has the upper hand by remaining calm and measured, letting the uncertainty play out between Blake and Gwen. Conversely, some wonder if she secretly enjoys the emotional turbulence, given the complicated history between her and Gwen. In essence, Miranda's silence adds layers to the story. It keeps the speculation alive, ensuring that every new rumor, report, or public reaction is dissected and debated. Her decision not to speak publicly may be strategic, or simply a reflection of her desire to avoid unnecessary drama. Either way, the quiet only amplifies the tension between the other two parties, leaving fans wondering, did Miranda decline the invitation, accept it, or was there never any real plan at all? Another layer to this story lies in the cultural divide between Gwen Stefani and Miranda Lambert. Gwen, a global pop superstar from California, has always represented a world far removed from Nashville's country music scene. Miranda, on the other hand, is deeply rooted in that country tradition, celebrated as one of its brightest stars. From the beginning, some country fans have viewed Gwen as an outsider, someone who doesn't quite fit into the intimate, close-knit world of Nashville. Despite Blake bringing her into the circle, whispers and opinions persist that Miranda is the true queen of Blake's former life, and some fans have long resisted accepting Gwen as part of that narrative. Now, with the alleged dinner message, this divide feels even sharper. Fans have taken to social media to voice their divided opinions. Some defend Blake, saying reaching out to an ex doesn't automatically indicate wrongdoing. Others criticize him, claiming it disrespects Gwen. Meanwhile, Miranda's supporters watch silently, intrigued by the possibility of history revisiting itself. Hashtags like Blake Miranda drama and Gwen Blake controversy have started trending, fueling the online debate. The divide isn't just about fandom or music style. It represents differing perceptions of love, loyalty, and cultural fit. Gwen's pop background versus Miranda's country legacy creates an undercurrent of tension that amplifies every rumor and speculation. Beyond personal drama, the alleged dinner invitation has sparked conversations within the music industry. Blake Shelton hasn't released a major solo project recently, while Miranda Lambert continues to dominate the country charts. Some insiders speculate that a private dinner could have been about collaboration, perhaps a duet or a creative project that would surprise fans and shake up the industry. If true, this adds a professional angle to what looks, on the surface, like a purely emotional story. Blake reaching out to Miranda might not be about romance at all, but the secrecy has made it look suspicious. For Gwen, however, the distinction between professional and personal may be impossible to separate. In matters of the heart, context often gets lost in translation. The industry chatter doesn't stop there. Producers, songwriters, and fellow musicians have taken note, with some suggesting that any collaboration between Blake and Miranda would be groundbreaking. Others warn it could reignite old tensions, especially if the public misinterprets their intentions. Either way, the mere possibility has fueled speculation and kept both social media and Nashville buzzing. As fans, insiders, and media outlets try to piece together the truth, one thing is clear: the story isn't just about a text message or a dinner. It's about the intersection of past relationships, celebrity scrutiny, and the high-stakes world of music. Every move, every post, and every rumor carries weight, and the fallout could impact both Blake and Gwen personally, as well as professionally. The story of Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani, and Miranda Lambert is a dramatic reminder that even the strongest relationships can be tested by the shadows of the past. The alleged dinner invitation, discovered by Gwen on Blake's phone, has sparked heartbreak, fear, and a whirlwind of speculation, proving that trust, once shaken, is not easily restored. Whether the message was innocent, professional, or something more emotional, it has placed Blake and Gwen's marriage under intense scrutiny. Fans continue to debate, social media remains divided, and Miranda's silence only adds to the mystery. One thing is certain: the past has a way of resurfacing at the most unexpected moments, challenging even those who believe they've moved on. For Gwen, Blake, and Miranda, this story is far from over. The emotional stakes are high, the history is complicated, and the public is watching every reaction closely. As one fan perfectly put it, you can marry someone new, but the past has a way of knocking at your door when you least expect it. In the end, this isn't just a story about a text message or a dinner invitation. It's a story about love, trust, and the lingering echoes of old relationships. The fairy tale may continue, but for now, the shadows of Blake Shelton's past have returned, and Gwen Stefani may be facing one of the hardest truths of her marriage. Fans can only watch, speculate, and wait to see whether transparency, honesty, and love will ultimately prevail, or if the ghosts of the past will continue to cast their long, complicated shadows.